At exactly 2:45 p.m., Treasury Cabinet Secretary Ukur Yatani made his way to Parliament buildings. Aware that Kenyans were hopeful that the magic briefcase he carried bore some good news for a country that has been struggling for months.
Having outlined the economic policy context for this budget, the rest of my statement will outline specific measures aimed at stimulating the economy so as to safeguard livelihoods, including jobs, businesses, and facilitate faster industrial recovery.
Word after another, Yatani was keen to answer the cries of Kenyans whose businesses have been affected, resulting in thousands losing their jobs. As he outlined the 8th sector set to benefit from the stimulus package for recovery, key among them health, agriculture, tourism and manufacturing.
Further, Mr. Speaker, I have set aside Kenya shilling 1.5 billion to assist flower and horticultural farmers to access international market during this period when we are experiencing low cargo traffic in and out of the country. Mr. Speaker, the 6th theme for the program is to support the tourism sector. Tourism is one of the worst hit sectors by the pandemic. This is reflected by massive cancellation of hotel bookings occasioned by lockdown and travel bans imposed by various countries in an effort to minimize the spread of the virus. The resultant effect has been massive job and income losses by many Kenyans directly and indirectly employed in the tourism sector.
The CS further directed all government accounting officials to ensure they clear pending bills or risk missing out on their share of the cake.
Mr. Speaker, following a cabinet directive, the National Treasury constituted a pending bills multi-agency team to deal with the existing historical and contested pending bills. Significant progress has been made to settle some of the pending bills. I direct all principal secretaries and accounting officers to clear all pending bills in the MDAs and SAGAs, respectively. Further, Mr. Speaker, going forward, the National Treasury may withhold exchequer releases to the MDAs or SAGAs with pending bills until an approved payment plan for all pending bills is agreed upon.
As the coronavirus pandemic continues to set back the livelihoods of millions of Kenyans, the 2020-21 budget has also put in place measures to ensure that urban poverty is addressed by setting aside funds for distribution to vulnerable communities.
Mr. Speaker, as a government that deeply cares for its most vulnerable members of society, I have proposed Kenya shilling 17.6 billion for cash transfers to the elderly persons, Kenya shilling 7.9 billion for orphans and vulnerable children, and Kenya shilling 1.1 billion for cash transfer to persons with severe disabilities. Mr. Speaker, I have also set aside Kenya shilling 4.3 billion for the Kenya Hunger Safety Net Program, Kenya shilling 2.5 billion for the Kenya Social and Economic Inclusion Project, Kenya shilling 3.5 billion for Kenya Development Response to the Displacement Impact Project, and Kenya shilling 400 million for the National Development Fund for persons with disabilities, and a further Kenya shilling 720 million for purchase of a building for these vulnerable members of our society.
In what has been termed as the most difficult budget yet to balance, many analysts are worried that the country's cost of living may soon skyrocket as the government works to meet its financial obligations in funding the ambitious 3.2 trillion shillings budget, the country's biggest annual finance plan yet. Jimmy Mbogo, K24, Evening Edition.